Hi, and welcome to this instructional video on how to prepare, install and get the most out of your motor case. In the description below, we've marked the different chapters with timestamps so you can easily navigate back and forth between the different sections. So without any further ado, let's get started. When purchasing a Lone Rider motor case, the following items are included. One motor case including a pre-installed EVA liner, one inner bag, one motorcycle-specific attachment plate including the necessary installation hardware, two coatable lock barrels and 4 keys, one lid net, one rechargeable LED light, and one accessory bag with optional parts plus merch. Due to safety regulations from our logistical partners, we are unable to pre-install the LED light at the factory. To install the separate LED light, first open the motor case and lay the lid flat on the table. For better adhesion and longevity of the Velcro fastener, clean the surfaces with alcohol or with a degreaser. Remove the protective film and install the LED light. The LED light is touch activated. Tap once to turn it on and tap again to turn it off. To charge it, gently remove the LED light from the Velcro fastener and use the included USB-A to USB-C cable. Each motor case comes with 2 separate lock barrel kits. Each kit includes a pre-coated barrel, 2 keys, a set of additional leads, and a set of spare pressure springs. First, take out the pre-coated lock barrel from the plastic bag and be careful not to remove the key from the barrel. When inspecting the barrel, you will notice a spring-loaded retainer leaf at the bottom. Its sole purpose is to keep the barrel securely in place inside the locking latch. If you've ordered your motor case to fit another brand than BMW, you can now skip to the next chapter, where we install the lock barrel in the locking latch. A big advantage for BMW riders is that the lock barrels can be coded to the original motorcycle key. In order to do this, we need to reposition the leaves. Each leaf has the number 1, 2 or 3 embossed. Let's group them accordingly. Each group contains 4 leaves each. Carefully open and take out the pressure springs. This illustrates how the leaf and the pressure spring should align inside the lock barrel. It's now time to code the lock barrel to our BMW key. Cover both sides of the lock barrel with your thumb and index finger to prevent the leaves and pressure springs from flying all over the place when you remove the original key. Carefully pour out the leaves and pressure springs from the lock barrel. When inspecting the empty lock barrel, we can see that the retainer leaf is still in place. There is no need to disassemble this part. Next to the retainer leaf, we have 3 slots. On the other side of the lock barrel, we have 4 slots. The bottom or leftmost slot is supposed to be left empty. Before we can begin the coding process, it is best practice to break in the lock barrel using our BMW key, and we do so by inserting and removing it about 10 times. If you still experience that it's difficult to get your BMW key in and out of the lock barrel, you can add a very thin film of grease to the blade of the key and repeat the process. Now it's time to insert the pressure springs. Let's start on the retainer leaf side of the lock barrel. As we don't know what number and order of leaves to use, we start by filling the lock barrel with 3 number 2s. insert the BMW key and inspect which of the leaves that are flush with the lock barrel. In our case, the leftmost leaf is sitting too low. This means that it has to be replaced with a number 1 leaf. The middle leaf is on the contrary sitting too high, which means that we need to replace it with a number 3 leaf. A good rule of thumb is leaf too low, decrease the number, leaf too high, increase the number. Cover the leaves with your index finger and remove the key. Carefully remove the incorrect leaves and replace them with the correct ones. Insert the key once again and check that all leaves are flush with the lock barrel, plus minus half a millimeter. Now repeat the process on the other side. Remember to cover the installed leaves with your thumb before removing the key. As previously mentioned, we are only using the 3 rightmost slots, leaving the leftmost slot empty. Once completed, repeat the process with the second lock barrel. To install the lock barrel in the locking latch, position the retainer leaf around the 8 to 9 o'clock position. Insert the lock barrel, slightly turning it back and forth until the retainer leaf retracts. Then push the lock barrel until it bottoms out in the locking latch. To test the installation, turn the key 45 degrees and pull it outwards. If the lock barrel remains in the locking latch, it is correctly installed and ready for use. If the lock barrel comes out with the key, repeat the process, ensuring that the retainer leaf is fully retracted by looking in from the side of the locking latch. Each motor case comes with a bike-specific rack adapter plate. In this video, we're showcasing the installation procedure for the BMW R1300 GS. Please note that each bike has its own plate and installation materials, and the instructions that follow might not be applicable for your bike. First, we need to disconnect the Vario connection cable. Start by removing the 2 T25 Torx screws on the underside and remove the cover. Use a flathead screwdriver to gently detach the connector from the frame. Then separate the 2 ends. To protect the exposed connector from water and condensation, install the included blind plug. Now it's time to remove the floating Vario adapter plate. Undo the 4 T30 Torx screws and remove the plastic covers. Undo the remaining 4 T30 Torx screws and remove the adapter plate from the rack. Install the supplied rubber blind cap and make sure it sits flush with the rack. Now position the 4 spacers with the flat side facing upwards. Carefully position the rack adapter plate and align the screw holes with the spacers. Before installing the screws, apply Loctite 243 or substitute thread locker. We tighten the 4 T30 screws in a crisscross pattern to ensure an even tension is applied. We tuck the loose cable back inside the tail and reinstall the cover. To finish the rack adapter plate installation, we install the second lock barrel inside the locking latch. The procedure is exactly the same as before. On the bottom of the motor case, there are 4 red locator pins that hook onto the rack adapter plate. These locator pins can be installed in 3 different depth positions, allowing you to adjust the motor case for an optimal position on your motorcycle. You can find the recommended settings for your bike on our website via the link in the description. To move the locator pins, we must first remove the inner liner to access the lock nuts. Using a T30 Torx key and a 10mm spanner, unscrew the 2 screws that hold each locator pin in place. To relocate the locator pin, gently remove the rubber blind plug by hand, ensuring not to damage it. Reinstall the blind plug in the spot from where the locator pin was removed. Then reinstall the locator pin with the taller part facing backwards, or in this case, upwards. Repeat the process for the remaining locator pins and then reinstall the inner liner. To attach the motor case, first open the locking latch fully. Align the red locator pins with the slots on the rack adapter plate and ensure that they drop into place. Pull the motor case towards you until it stops, then close the locking latch. Ensure that the motor case fit is snug and that all 4 locator pins are properly engaged with the rack adapter plate. We recommend having the habit to always lock the rack adapter plate with your key every time you fit the motor case to your bike. A quick tip: if you're finding it too hard to pull the motor case towards you, apply a thin layer of grease or lubricant to the rubber dampeners on the rack adapter plate. This lowers the friction and makes it easier to install the motor case. The motor case can be permanently locked to the rack adapter plate with the included security bolt. Before we can install it, we must first remove the inner liner. Then temporarily disconnect the motor case from the rack adapter plate in order to access the rubber blind plug closest to the locator pin. Carefully remove it by hand and reinstall the motor case. Make sure to close the locking latch. Then tighten the security bolt by hand before tightening it fully with a T40 Torx key. The motor case includes a luggage net designed for the inside of the lid. To install it, simply hook the 4 loops onto the 4 corner pins. The luggage net is perfect for stowing lighter items such as a rain jacket, a spare set of gloves, or a towel. The inner bag is equipped with loops that connect to the luggage net, allowing the inner bag lid to automatically follow the motor case lid for a more convenient user experience whilst on the road. The MOLLE panels not only give the motor case a unique look, but also add practicality. You can attach accessory bags, first aid kits, tire repair kits, and much more. To install our smallest accessory bag, the micro bag, start by angling the buckle for easier installation. Thread the strap through the MOLLE panel and secure the micro bag. To install our bottle holder, we thread the straps through the initial part of its MOLLE panel to relieve stress on the attachment seams. Attach the bottle holder to the motor case's MOLLE panel in the same manner. If you for any reason want to remove the MOLLE panels, it's a fast and easy process. Start by removing all T30 Torx screws and remove the panel. Then install the supplied 3 plugs by pressing them into the holes. If you want to reinstall the MOLLE panels, start by unscrewing the 3 plugs with your fingers, as no tools are needed for this. Then fasten the MOLLE panels with the original Torx screws and tighten them in a crisscross pattern. To keep you and other road users safe, it's important to periodically check the tightness of all screws and bolts, especially the rack adapter plate and the locator pins. If any of the parts are loose, it's crucial to re-tighten them before continuing to use the motor case. If you experience the motor case being hard to install on the rack adapter plate, apply a thin layer of grease or lubricant to the rubber dampeners. If your key is hard to insert or remove from the lock barrel, apply a very thin layer of grease or lubricant to the blade of the key. For your safety and that of other road users, please adhere to the following guidelines at all times. And with this, our tutorial on how to prepare, set up, install and maintain your motor case is complete. By following these simple steps and useful tips, you will be able to use your motor case to its full potential for years to come. If you still have questions, feel free to contact us using the link in the description below. Thanks for watching and ride safe!